A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to my 7th video. Today we'll start with concept number 4, swapping. I'll read the example for you. Imagine there are two companies A and B. Company A is well established in the market and company B is smaller when compared to company A. Both the companies are in need of 50 lakhs each. So the first paragraph says there are two companies A and B. A is a well established and a very big company, whereas B is a smaller company. Both the company are in need of 50 lakhs each. Now, company A wishes to borrow at a variable rate of interest and company B wishes to borrow at a fixed rate of interest. So, company A approaches banker 1 where he is offered the loan with an interest rate of 7% fixed. Company B approaches banker 2 where it is offered the loan with an interest rate of LIBOR plus 1%. The swap bank comes into picture, nothing but the Citibank. We'll assume that Citibank is the swap bank over here. It comes arranging an interest rate swap between the two companies. Citibank offers a proposal to company A that it will pay 8% fixed to it, and in return A will need to pay LIBOR percentage. Citibank gives a proposal to company B that LIBOR interest will be paid by Citibank, and in return company B will need to pay 8.5% fixed to it. So we need to show how much interest is received or saved by each company and also the amount of gain received by Citibank. So here I have tabulated the data. According to the information given in the question, there are two companies, company A and company B. The objective of the company A is to get a variable rate of loan, whereas the objective of company B is to get a fixed rate loan. But what is offered to company A and company B is just the reverse. Company A, they want a variable, whereas they are offered a 7% fixed. Whereas company B wants a fixed rate interest loan, but they are offered with LIBOR plus 1% floating rate. Now company A needs a variable rate of interest and the best available rate in the market is LIBOR percentage. Same way company B wants a fixed rate of interest and the best available rate is 10%. So these two, the one which is marked with red color ink, those are the best available rates, and these two marked with orange color are the best offered rates. Now based upon this information, we'll draw a chart with this. So here I have shown company A, swap bank nothing but the Citibank, and company B. I have also shown banker 1 and banker 2, which is going to pay them 50 lakhs each. The next thing what I'm going to show you is banker 2 is giving a loan of 50 lakhs to company B, nothing but 50 lakhs. Same way, banker 1 is also giving 50 lakhs to company A. Now for the loan taken 50 lakhs, company A has to pay banker 1 7% interest. So this is that one offered rate 7%. So we are going to draw this 7% over here. Yeah, so I have marked this one. So company A has to pay 7% interest. This is the fixed interest to banker 1. And here company B, for getting a 50 lakh loan, it has to pay LIBOR plus 1% to banker 2. Now it's clearly seen company A wanted to have a variable interest rate, whereas they are given 7% fixed. Company B wanted a fixed rate of interest, whereas they are supposed to pay LIBOR plus 1% to banker B. So here comes the swap banking for their help. Now how do they help? Again, coming back to the question, swap bank says to company B, let us take company B first. Let us analyze company B first, then we'll move on to company A. So Citibank, nothing but the swap bank, gives a proposal that LIBOR interest will be paid by Citibank, and in return B company has to pay Citibank 8.5% fixed. So the same data we'll try to show it in the chart. So this is what I've shown. Company B is supposed to pay 8.5% fixed to Citibank, and in return the swap bank will pay LIBOR to company B. Now if we check the commitment of company B is receiving LIBOR, and whatever LIBOR it is receiving from the swap, it is paying to banker 2. So what we can do is we can strike off this LIBOR is collected and the same LIBOR is paid. Now what is remaining is this 1%. Apart from this one, there is also a commitment of 8.5% which company B has to pay. So the total commitment by company B is 8.5% plus this 1% makes 9.5%. I'll repeat once again. So now the commitment which company B has is this 8.5% and this 1% which is left out. So 8.5% plus this 1% gives a total commitment of 9.5% by company B. So this 9.5% is always better than the available rate of 10%. So company B stands to gain 0.5%, nothing but 10% minus this 9.5%. So company B makes a profit of 0.5%. Yet the same thing I've shown. The gain or savings made by company B is 10% minus 9.5%, which gives 0.5% of 50 lakhs, nothing but the loan amount. Now we'll see from company's A point of view. Coming back to the question, company B situation like we have taken care of already. Now coming to company A. So the proposal given by swap bank to company A is that it will pay 8% fixed to it, and in return company A need to pay LIBOR percentage. So I've written it here. As per the agreement, Citibank is paying 8% fixed to company A, and in return it is collecting LIBOR from company A. Now we'll see whether company A is making any kind of savings. Citibank is paying 8% interest to company A, and the commitment of company A is only 7% to banker 1. So it collects 8% and pays only 7%. So here it makes a saving of 1%. So 1% saving it has done. And apart from that, company A is also committed for the LIBOR to the swap bank. So LIBOR it is paying. Now the total commitment of company A, if we check, it is LIBOR minus the saving of 1%. So we can say company A's commitment is only now LIBOR minus 1%. I'll repeat once again. Company A collects 8% fixed from the swap bank and pays only 7%. Ultimately, it is saving 1%, nothing but 8% minus 7% commitment, 1% saving it is doing. So this 1% saving which it has done, it will be using to pay to the swap bank. Now company A is committed for LIBOR to the swap bank. So when it is paying the LIBOR, it can deduct this 1%. So the commitment will be now LIBOR minus 1%. So LIBOR minus 1% is always better than paying a LIBOR. So if we check the first page, it is committed for a LIBOR. Company A has to pay a LIBOR. Now paying LIBOR minus 1% is always profitable than paying the LIBOR itself. So company A is also making a profit of LIBOR minus 1%, and company B, as we have seen earlier, it made a profit of 0.5%. Now we'll see how much profit or savings is done by the Citibank or the swap bank. Now coming to the swap bank, whatever LIBOR swap is collecting from company A, it is paying to company B. So there is no benefit over here. It is collecting and it is paying. Whereas the 8.5% which it is collecting from company B, out of this 8.5%, it is paying only 8% to company A, keeping 0.5 with itself. So the swap bank is also ultimately making a profit of 0.5% on the loan amount. So to conclude, swap bank by entering into this transaction is making a profit or savings of 5%. How? It is collecting 8.5% from company B and paying only 8%. So it is keeping 0.5% with itself, ultimately making a profit. And as we have seen before, company B is also making a profit of 0.5% and company A is making a profit of LIBOR minus 1%. So whatever 1% it has saved, it will be paying 1% less when it is committed to the Citibank, or whatever LIBOR it is paying minus 1% only now company A is committed to. Hope you can understand this swap transaction. With this video, the basics of financial derivatives gets over. See you all in the next video with a new concept. Till such time, it's bye from Lavanya. Take care and have a good time. Thank you.